Welcome to Dancing Water. I'm Susan. Welcome to my home studio and welcome to the Dancing Water Daily Practice. Today, Nourishing Movement. Gently guided, simple movement that is designed to enliven your body in ways that you might not normally move, but ways that are natural to your body and promoting health and well-being. And as always, this is a practice to be done in a way that feels really good to you. So this is not about doing anything like me or anyone else, including yourself, at a different time in your life. Really just listen to the sensation of the body. This mindful practice is about integrating sensation, physical movement, and body and mind and heart. Yeah, so this week, the focus, we are anchoring our attention on two words, on the sensation of sink and rise, on sink and float. So sinking and floating, two actions, two physical actions that the body really needs. And we will explore how by intentionally engaging sinking and floating, we will engage more strength, more flexibility, more space, more breath, and more health overall by sinking and floating. But sinking and floating isn't just important to the body. It's also important to the mind and to the heart. In these days, I'm recording this in the era of coronavirus, and I find that my heart and mind sink and float. And we use this in English, right? We have that sinking feeling. We have the sense of floating in love, right? And I invite you to notice how sinking and floating might be happening, not just in your body, but in your thinking, in your activities, in your interactions with others. Some of the things that I'm noticing is beyond the physical. I mean, the physical, I'm noticing that when I'm sitting a lot, that I can start to be sinking, right, and sort of just collapsing. And so when I've got a lot of time in front of the screen, how can I allow parts of myself to float while I am doing work at the screen, right? But beyond that, I notice that my stomach can sink when I read certain news, and I can feel this sense of despair that sinks me. I can also find myself floating in distraction or what can I take my mind off of this, right? So like the sense of floating without awareness. I also can make the intentional choice to sink into the present moment, to sink into what is happening right now, right? And to float, to open my mind to a wider perspective or creative or imagining of what could this lead to. I heard an interview not long ago, and an image from it just really struck me. I'll put a link to it in the notes at the Focus Pocus Now blog. But this image of dropping all of my worries and my fears and uncertainty in a bag and dropping them into a deep, still, clean lake and see what floats to the surface from there, right? What's possible from all the things that may be broken or may be going wrong? What could float to the surface? So that's what I invite in our practice today. Feel the difference. Feel how sinking supports floating and how floating supports sinking and how the body, mind, and heart need them both. All right? So let's find a spot somewhere in your space and just push some things aside. You don't need a lot of space, but some so that you can move around a bit. let's just begin with some simple connection to the sensation of sinking and floating. So let your feet soften and sink. Really feel your body supported from underneath and trusting that you can let yourself go. You do not have to hold yourself up. Taking your hands to your heart and letting your heart float on your breath. Breathing your heart lighter, more spacious. And then taking your hands to your crown of your head. Letting your hands get as heavy, letting your hands sink so that you can feel some push against your feet, hands and feet, and then push your feet into the floor and let your hands float up. And as you're ready, let your hands sink. Easy pulse, stepping out left and float. All the way, and then exhale. Step it out right. So depending what's happening for you today, you can bring a more physical approach to your practice. What parts of your physical body need some weight, some density? Feel the support underneath. And what parts need some space, some opening. And muscle, bone. And it may be that you're feeling weighed down by worry or anxiety. And see what you can let go of. And notice what might float to the surface from that. One more time here. Noticing your shoulders. Walking, just walk and feel the sensation of sinking your feet into the floor rather than dropping them. As if the floor was soft soil, you're letting your feet sink in. Every step sinking in and noticing what else can sink. Sinking walk, let something float. Eyes, back of your head, back of your shoulders. And as you're ready, bring your feet close together, as close as is comfortable, getting sinking and floating into your feet. So your heels float and sink. Yeah. Step out left and float while you sink. Here it is. Breathe a lot. Breathe more than you think you need. Step out right. Sink your body and float your body. Interdependent sinking and floating sensation. else. One more time. Float to the right. Sing something different. Float something different. Oh. Good. And just walking that sinking walk with your feet. Relaxing your brow and feeling your left foot front, side, back, side. Just stay on your left foot. So keep that sinking walk going. Good. We're just going to stay on this foot and just feel a couple of things here. So let your body scoop down. Heavy hands or gorilla hands. Or orangutan maybe, I don't know. I'm not so good on my primates. Somebody leave a comment and tell me what it is. What am I doing? What are we doing together here? Yeah. Good. Now, same step but float. So float some way. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Good, yeah. Your float. All right. Now hang down. Heavy, heavy. Tailbone. Nose. Yeah, you can even feel, act as if, your belly is sinking, your heart is sinking. No. And floating up, floating up. Notice how your foot is touching the floor. There's no right answer, only you noticing it. Get ready, everybody. Big wide stance and pulse. Left foot crosses behind. Let's sink. And up. Here's the pulse. Heavy belly now. Sink. And float. Pulse it here. Little nod of your head. Yeah, get your right foot ready. Takes that step here. Front. Side. Right away get orangutan. Or whatever we are. You can make it a little pulsy here. See if you can use your belly muscles. Tailbone hooks underneath. And then float it, float it, float it. Think of things that float. Play with that. Get ready. Heavy up, heavy down. Here we go. Go, sink. Like that. That disappointment. That sinking feeling. Oh, yeah. Last time on the side. Here we go. Here's a float. Float something unexpected. Right foot and your left foot. And come center, left foot. And you're going to go front and back, just front and back. So start with a small step. When we step forward, when we drop the weight, when we sink, I recommend sinking into the heel bone. The foot is designed to let the heel touch down first. So to protect the health, your feet and ankles, knees and hips. Yeah, it's a healthy way to walk. fingers. Now heart open. Breathe a little more. Notice the back of your neck, the back of your head. Good. Now, hang your bones down. Let your bones get heavy, sinking, and then floating. Bones heavy. Feel the density here. And feel the lightness. Feel the space, the breath, and heavy. Now left foot starts it. Go to the corners and change. Out and in. Out and in. Feel the pull. Yeah. Density. Pulling in. Sinking in. And now float. Inhale both hands up. Oh, release. Let it go. Drop it. Drop it into the deep and see what bubbles up. So crossing right behind, up and down, up. So imagine dropping worry, fear, putting it into, I think of it as like this suitcase, dropping it into a deep, still, clean lake, and see what bubbles up. What comes from what we let go of? Notice the side of your body, the underside of your arm. Get ready, your left foot comes across. Here's a pulse, here. You can just wrap, get heavy, one hand. Yeah, how about that? Feel that, heavy and float. Sink and float. Good, yeah. Down and up. What bubbles up to the surface? Get ready. And sink. And rise. Using your legs. So see if you can keep your heart floating the whole time. There can be this tendency to collapse. And instead, only go as low as your heart can float. Yeah, fingers pull in and bubble up. So squeeze and fingers float. Yeah, come sweep around. Now, exaggerate the sink. Exaggerate the sink and float. Let yourself get into your legs so you can feel it. Pushing off that allows the floating up. Can you see the more I can sink, the more I can rise? I'm willing to feel down deep, the more I can expand up. Here we go. Take it down, down, and up. Yeah, this time you can let your heart tip to the side, tip to the front. See what happens. See what it feels like. Really good for your heart. Cardiovascular strength enhanced by sinking and floating. Last time, sweep around, sweep across. This time, play with the up. Center, inhale. Imagine dropping your feet and air bubbles coming up through the soles of your feet, float to the surface from your feet, up through your eyes, your heart, your hands. Let's just play with the sensation of sinking and floating. Yeah, take a breath and just notice your body. Notice anything that's shifted since you started your practice. And remember, there's so many ways you can do this practice. You can do it on your feet, like I am, but you can also do it from a chair. While you're cooking. I'm a strong proponent of kitchen dancing. Let's take a walk. That sinking walk. Now here, see if you can let all of your bones get heavy. See if you can let your forehead get heavy. Shoulder blades, your pelvis. You ever have a day like this when just like freaking everything feels like it's sinking? And now take your whole body and light, float. Same thing. Now our relationship to gravity doesn't allow us to totally float. So feel, how can you make your body more light, open, spacious by your choices, where you direct your attention. Let's go back to the sink down. Now, as you sink, choose something, some part of you that floats, everything else sinks. Choose something to float. Yeah, nobody else needs to be able to tell what it is. It's just you and you with your movement and sensation. Now, whole body floats except let something sink. Yeah. Everything floats except for whatever is sinking like a stone. All right. And now, thigh bones. So your big, long femur bones. Feel them. Your humerus bones. Good. That's your upper arm bone. And then pulse. Crossing your upper arm bones and moving your hips so your femur bones get some movement too. pulsing. Yeah. So feel those 4 bones, those 4 big bones in your body. Let them all float. Doesn't have to look like I'm doing it. And then let them pulse. Get sinking heavy. And what does it look like? What does it feel like to let those bones float and then let them sink? Lots of ways. Yeah. So as I do this, I notice there are parts of me that I'm tending to leave out. Maybe that's true for you too. Check it out. See if you can let that part get heavy. It's challenging, right? It can be the parts that we don't pay attention to. Now, pulse light. Yeah, float up. Walk heavy here, sinking down as much of you as you can. Yeah, and flow. Yeah, it helps me to look up with my eyes, like eyelashes, eyebrows float, and then let them all sink. Relaxing your jaw. Now you can change this at any time. Yeah, it's not about doing it in my timing. Checking in with your body. Good, I can feel there's opportunities to feel where my body feels dense and contracted and heavy, and places where it feels in need of space, and places where I feel strong, and places where I feel flexible. Yeah. So just feeling your heel bone dropping down. And on the right side, feeling that sink. Just dropping, letting it go. Good, 2 times. That release down. Drop it, drop it. Together and up and down. Good, good, good. Up, feet together and down. Now, drop it. Let it sink deep. Let it float to the surface. Good. Couple more. Release it up. Let it bubble to the surface and let it sink deep. Now stay wide and pull in. 1, 2, Whew. Ha. And walk. Let it go. Pull it. Shua. Ha. Some kind of audible sound. Notice your feet. Notice your feet. Whew. Ha. Whew. Ha. Exhale. Whew. Ha. Good, good, good. And yeah, so noticing engagement through, we can be heavy in the lower body and the upper body. We can float in the lower body and in the upper body. So, yeah, just feel the rhythm here. 2 times. 1, 2, and pulse. Let it bubble, down. 2. Stay here. Dig it in. 1, 2. Bring it out. Squeeze. 1, 2. Float. Oh yeah. Here we go. Here we go. The outside edge of your foot. And tailbone drops. Back of your head moves. Rotate here. Flutter up, float up. Good, good. Now if you like, you can play with balance here and then dig. And. Oh, yeah. Dig it in. Float some way. Right side. Left side. Yeah, now right side. Outward block. And whole right side. Floats left side. Outward. Outward and float. Step out. And float. Oh my goodness. Oh. Now, how dense can you make it? How heavy here? From your belly and your back. And then let all of that float. Don't forget, you can always leave your toe on the floor and still have the same sensation. Good. How about a punch? Yeah, front punch. Now as you punch with the left, soften the right hand. All right, now just let the joints ripple like water. Watery joints. Yeah, so the words sink and float are certainly watery imagery for me. Water or air, I suppose. But the sense of water so let your body flow. Some big steps. Big, pouring, heavy steps. Now really pay attention to how your foot's touching the floor. And ask yourself, yourself, does that feel good? The way my foot is touching the floor as I step these big steps. Yeah, your body will tell you if you listen. Yeah, and from these heavy, that's sinking. Yeah, a little 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Lighten up. Oh, just like those little keys. Get that sound into your ribs, into the bones of your face and your hands. How is your foot touching the floor, and does it feel good? Notice your neck. All right, guys, let's sink it down. Let's sink. All right, start to get curious. What else could I sing? What would feel good to sing? Yeah, what would feel good to drop into the still, deep water? Let it go. All right, float it up, float. What does float feel like? What parts of you are longing to float to the surface? Yeah, what parts of you need some breath, some air, some space? All right, now moving your body and letting it both sink and float. Yeah, all of it. Sink and float in every moment. Think about it less. Feel it more. Yeah. Relaxing your jaw, relaxing your face. Gently feel your feet just a little bit wider than shoulder width. Taking your hands right at the connection of your hips and sink. Hands pause right above your knees. Head sinks. Heels sink. And then chin tucks in. Heart, hands, head float. Sinking and floating. Using your hands as support. Using your spine like a waterfall, pour, sink down. Slow motion. Feeling the sink and the flow. See if you can feel the sink and the float in your feet and ankles. This time, let the crown of your head sink, diving in like a cliff diver, straight down, sinks, and then floats to the surface. Dive in. Notice the back of your neck and float. A couple more times in your own breath, exhaling into the water, inhaling the surface. And the next time you dive in, dive a little deeper, letting your body come onto the floor, maybe onto a chair, a bed, any surface. Let yourself feel the sink take a shape, and then as you inhale, let it float. Let something sink. As you exhale and inhale, let something float. Making shapes in which you can feel the sink on the exhale, the float on the inhale. Can you synchronize your movement, the shape making, together with breath? Maybe take a couple of breaths for every shape, sinking and staying, floating, staying. As you let your body take different shapes, feel different sensations. Sinking, floating. See if your awareness can allow you to feel how in every moment you are both sinking and floating. Eventually, when your body's ready, taking a position of stillness. Imagining your body both sinking and floating in that shape, just staying there, dropping your attention more deeply to the micro sensations inside. what is sinking and what is floating. Right now, my body, mind, space, what could I let go of? What could I let drop and sink into the deep, still, clear lake? And when I do, what floats to the surface? Before we close our practice together today, I invite you to put into a satchel of some sort whatever worries or fears, anxieties that you feel you're carrying, even if they are absolutely founded in reality. Even if you feel like you need to carry them, put them in the satchel and drop them deep. Let them sink. Imagine them falling through this clear, deep, still water, slowly sinking from sunlight to murkiness, into darkness. You know that they're still sinking, but you can't see them. And then as your satchel bumps into the base of the lake, it hits the ground, the bottom of this deep, clean water. A whole cluster of bubbles come up and begin to make their way back through the darkness, through the murkiness, into the sunlight, and come to the surface. What, I wonder, is in the bubbles? So take a couple of deep breaths, my friends. As you exhale, feel yourself sink into whatever shape you're in, and then inhale. Float some part of you open, using the sink and float breath to bring yourself from whatever shape you are in back to standing. Exhaling, sink. Inhale, float. Exhale, sink. Inhale, float. Find your way to standing. Exhale, sink. And inhale, float. Taking your hands to heart center, friends. Feeling yourself here, balanced in the space between sinking and floating. Dedicating the merit of our practice. May the merit of this practice serve to nourish the seeds and roots of happiness. May the merit of this practice serve to dissolve the seeds and roots of suffering. Take this out. Take it with you. Take us with you. You are not alone in your sinking and floating. I would love to hear more about your practice and about what is sinking and floating in you. Please make a comment under this video. Share this with anyone who you think would benefit. We are working together to expand the net of love of the Dancing Water daily practice So subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please comment, share, like, share it on social media or public media. Let me know how I can be helpful and share your experience. It strengthens the net of love. Thank you for being here. You matter. This practice matters. It makes a difference. Mwah.